Peekaboo. Don't worry, it's just me, Travis Terrell. We are live. Hey, everybody.
That's very Sesame Street of you,
Hmm.
where you scare the kid. Like, don't why?
It's kind of a, it's, hold on. Peekaboo. It's kind of a, it's like when you're bombing on stage and you just basically use someone else's material just to get a few laughs out of the people in the room.
You do that?
Well, I do that with babies. Like babies, I try
Oh,
to.
yeah, good point.
I try to like get babies going, get them laughing. I try to throw a few jokes their way, and then I'm like, shoot, nothing's working. All right, good old reliable. Peekaboo! Got you again, audience. It's just me. It's Travis Terrell.
Big show today. Chris Sim and Travis Terrell. We're here. It's Midcoast Studio live from Grand Center, St. Louis. I made us late today. I'd like to put that out there.
Look at you.
Good times. It's a fun thing taking calls before 8 a.m. And you're like, I got to do this thing that we do every day. It happens. Guys, we got a big show today. Plenty to get to. It's frosty outside, so
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say hello to a frosty-haired gentleman.
Woo!
Chris Gardner. Hello, Chris.
I'm like, oh, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I don't know who is that. I don't know who the hell that is, man. I'm kind of scared, to be honest with you. Who's behind that? Oh, it's just Uncle Carzy.
Good morning, gentlemen.
That was really good. How did it feel?
I was trying to tell if I got like fingerprints on my glasses or not. That was my concern.
What's your go-to move with your little niece? What have you besides singing
Singing lullabies.
creep to your little niece?
You're so fucking special.
What's your go-to move? Have you figured out a way to get her to smile, get her to laugh?
Yeah, it's just smiling back.
Yeah, babies love that shit, man.
It's just if you're like, hey.
Babies get you that, and I love the inquisitive look. They're like, I don't know what this is, but all right, this is cool.
This is a Newport. Want to put it in your mouth?
No,
You teething? This
no,
up your
don't teach the baby so soon.
No, that's bad.
Why wouldn't you teach a child something soon? That could benefit them later in life.
All right, we're crossing into like maybe real legal issues
There's nothing illegal about that.
about advertising cigarettes to children.
I'm not advertising. I'm teaching them about them.
You're a public figure. Be careful.
Not really.
You fight with public figures on Twitter,
Yeah,
or
you
you try
do.
to fight.
Yeah, 'cause they're
They don't
dumbasses.
Oh, hello.
Look out. At CWG18 for the hottest takes.
Yeah.
Did you see, I saw it this morning, Andy Strickland, do you know who that is?
He covers the
No.
blues, doesn't he?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you know who he is.
Yeah, of course I know who he is.
I couldn't remember if you knew him. Play-by-play guy for the Blues.
He's
probably
not
a
a play-by-play.
Okay, sorry. He's
Yeah.
sideline reporter,
There's no
Yeah.
sidelines
Side.
in hockey.
skate reporter. He works for the Blues occasionally.
Ringside.
Does some radio.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's like the Jim
Does some
Hayes.
TV.
He's like the Jim Hayes for the blues.
So he tweeted out, if you're in town for the All-Star game
Uh-huh.
in the STL, head out to Chesterfield to Paul Manos for great food because he supports the NHL and he's a big fan. I
I
think
hear
people
Paul
are.
Manos is good.
I'm sure it is. It's also 40 minutes from St. Louis. It's 22 miles from downtown. So it came off a little funny. That's what I saw this morning.
off
That caught my
very-
eye.
Okay.
He's like, if you're in the STL, I'm like, that's a different town.
People love doing that. No, that's convenient.
Metrolink don't even go there.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm like, oh yeah, all you people staying downtown within walking distance of the trade, get in your rental car or
Yeah.
take an Uber for 22 miles
Right.
and go eat.
I mean, I would do that, but not for a restaurant.
I mean,
Like if I'm like in,
as you pass the hill, like really,
if it's like a destination tour or something like that I'm going on, or
like a serial killer's home.
yeah, something like that. But
Yeah.
not for that. Yeah. You had some.
Would it be
some other
nice to maybe
places.
promote, the businesses, restaurants that are within the surrounding area?
Well, if you're going to say the STL,
Especially.
why not call out a restaurant in St. Louis? I'm sure he has a personal relationship with them, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
sure the guy is a huge supporter of hockey.
Yeah.
I get it. If you phrase it a little different, people don't tear you up. But I have a feeling people are going to be not so excited about that.
I know. I mean, yeah, I don't think people are gonna be incredibly outraged, but it is indicative of how people.
If we were
Who live
merged
in-
with the county, would that be okay then?
If we were merged, yeah, that would be a good question. No, but it is indicative of how sometimes in here in St. Louis, where something big will be going on in the city, and then that's when all of a sudden everyone else who lives in the county, who often don't want anything to do with the city, will now go, oh, look at our city, look at us. But then when it's an
West
opportunity,
County? I don't believe it.
when there's an opportunity to completely distance yourself from the city,
Yep.
you take that first train that rolls on the tracks.
No, I don't take trains there.
Well, they don't do that either.
And I know that because I was researching some stuff on climate change the other day.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, he did some research, Chris, and
And
it's
there's
serious. Let him know. Let him know, Gardner.
there's a
Who
chart
who
that-
has the largest carbon footprint?
Yeah, there's a chart that shows you by zip code the carbon footprint per household in a particular zip code. And the highest one in Missouri, from what I could tell, is clearly Chesterfield.
Yeah.
All them Teslas look like they ain't doing much.
So we need to have a talk with them.
yeah.
Somebody
They
need
had
to sit down with that
They had a
ass.
high number, and actually, I'm still searching the map of the United States a little to find a higher number. I think I found one, maybe. We'll see.
It's all about the time, Chris. For the coastals, a half-hour car ride gets you maybe 5 miles. Here, it gets you 22. Driving from West County to the city isn't that bad of a commute. I'll be doing, and then that's the end of it. That's from Yale. I'm guessing he's going to plug it in the next comment. We'll see.
Oh.
Yeah, probably. There's something.
So he got a little too wordy there with his comment. Cut
It's
him
like
off.
a long drive.
Yeah.
Got his
Yeah.
ass. Got his ass.
That's how it goes.
Use your words properly.
Get
Thank
his
you.
ass.
Condense it.
If you're in the STL, try the Arnold Denny's. That's from the Black Sheep.
Oh.
I don't want to
Yeah.
jump right in, but the Black Sheep did deliver some sad news from last night. Call it hashtag Red Dawn.
Excuse me?
Are you aware that Red Panda
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
last night
What happened?
dropped mini plates?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is she okay?
Oh, yeah. It happens from time to time in her performance.
Okay. What city was she in?
Notre Dame?
It was Syracuse Notre Dame game. I don't remember where the game was being played, so maybe it was South Bend.
Maybe she got nervous around Mayor Pete.
Oh, was he there?
I don't know.
That happens.
Hopefully the real Rudy
That happens.
wasn't.
We have an off night from
Which,
time to time.
well, yeah, and which is why I'm privileged to have in person never seen her drop a bowl
Shit happens, man.
because it will happen from time to time.
People weren't assholes, were they?
I wasn't there.
I'm just saying. Do we have any additional follow-up information? Someone please check on her.
Because we can
Plates fell. That's all I know.
bowls.
Can
We'll
we
put
hold
we'll put the digital team on it.
on? If I can, Gardner, may I?
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Bulls. Rest in peace. I'm sure there were some good Bulls. God bless you. God.
I don't think they broke.
Wait, we've got an update
Okay, we got an update.
to finish Yale's comment.
Oh, great.
That bad of a commute. I'll be doing it quite a lot when I attend all those great Mid-Coast Media Comedy Thursdays that I enjoy supporting and think everyone else should
Oh,
too.
he hit us with the Euro step. Yeah, boom, boom. Went
Thanks,
around
Yale.
us, went around the defender, got the layup. Well done, Yale.
You know, tonight we got Sophie's, 6 o'clock, right here in Grand Center. Screw the weather. It's warming up. Roads are fine. Be a good time. Stop by. 4 comics. It's free. Happy hour drinks start at 4 o'clock. Get your Jack Daniels on. Get your Schlafly on. Big shout out to Sophie's and the team. It's become quite the show. Packed last week. Packed the last 6 shows. So we're really enjoying it. Get out tonight. Happiest hour, St. Louis. How we feeling today? You're warm. No hawk for you today. No hawk for Gardner.
I'm tired.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you eat a big bowl of spaghetti last night? And
No.
Oh.
I had a pub burger and some toasted raviolis.
and ravioli.
I was starving.
Did you get one of what was it? Were they like? Was it a St. Louis staple somewhere in Chesterfield?
Oh no, I went to Pat Conley's
Oh, that's the
Pat's?
real deal.
in Dogtown.
Yeah,
Played some trivia with a couple older friends of mine
yeah.
that are in their 70s. And I had the pub burger. And I was out later than I normally am on a weekday night.
Oh
'Cause
boy.
trivia didn't start till 8. And we were disappointed, too, by the end. We finished third, and we had the lead going into the final round. Just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Couldn't nail it down. Could not lock it down. You know, and I was pissed off at myself for a music thing. I don't know why I completely blanked. And Who sings Tub Thumping?
Chumbawamba.
Yeah. It could
You whiffed on
it wouldn't
Chumbawamba?
come, and it's
Oh,
one of those where it's sitting there, but it's like glossed over,
yeah.
and it's like it's right there, and it's like, why won't it melt and
Yeah.
show me the answer? Because I know what it is, and then I got in my head, and I couldn't even think, and that was so disappointing because that one would have sent us into because we tied with another team for second and lost the tiebreaker. But that one right there would have tied us for first.
It's like you had a whiskey drink
Damn it!
and a vodka drink.
Here we go.
Chumbawamba takes down Gardner.
Ah, I was so. Oh.
And you're tired today.
Yeah.
And that pub burger's just sitting right there at the top of your stomach.
Well,
Okay.
not
Well,
anymore.
Yep. Gotcha.
Had my coffee this morning.
Okay.
That's gonna help clear.
That means you're cleared out. You can get smoked meat tonight at Gastro Pit.
Oh, I might.
You know, they got the barbecue that you so love.
Yeah.
We got a comedy show
Had that
starting at
brisket a
8:30
number of times.
on the hill.
That's in St. Louis.
Yep. Hey, confirmed.
We're talking about
That is a reasonable Uber ride away from
It
downtown.
really is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we just should have Calipari just do the promotions for
Yep,
the All-Star
thank you.
weekend here in St. Louis.
Quick question.
That Canetto still there?
Who are you?
What about Dunkin' Donuts? Do they still got Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh, we do. That's more county-wide side though.
Connor McDavid bumps into you
Oh, yeah.
outside our office.
I'd be like, who?
Yeah.
Sir,
Like,
who?
short,
Who are you?
short little guy.
Who?
Connor McDavid bumps into you outside our office and says, I only get one place to go. Where shall I eat? Where you send him?
If I see Connor McDavid, my first thought is going to be, oh, Lord, somebody's here to shoot up the place. Young white teenager. Ah, what do you want?
He's a hockey player.
Oh,
Where are you sending him to eat?
Connor McDavid wants something to eat. I'm sending him down to our homeboys down at the Midwestern.
Okay. There you go.
It's got nice atmosphere, great food. And if Connor McDavid looking for some yum eat 'em ups, they right in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Would you know Connor McDavid if you saw him?
Man, I'll be
I wouldn't.
completely honest right now. Connor McDavid can walk in with a Connor McDavid jersey with his mom and dad accompanying him with his birth certificate, and I would not know who the hell Connor
Well, you'd
McDavid.
automatically be suspicious because you're like, why are you wearing your own jersey?
Yeah, that would be weird. But I feel like I get him in. Is it Eichel?
Jack Eichel?
I get them confused.
I'm
Does
just
Connor McDavid have curly hair?
It's kind of wavy.
Kind of wavy. Okay, yeah.
I'm just assuming he's an all-star this year.
I'm assuming that he is. He's Connor McDavid. I saw Matthew Kachuk
Would never
was
ever
in town.
recognize him.
He went to, of course, Chaminade, Chris,
Mm.
local private high school. He, of course, plays for the Calgary Flames. Is he on the verge of signing, or has he signed one of the most lucrative contracts in history? Oh, I just heard a story just about the Kachuk family. Of course, they have multiple kids that are in the NHL, and how they are some of the premier talents in the league, and that that one of the brothers is on the verge of basically fat max contract. And I'm just like, man, that is. Hey, talk about proud mama and daddy. You didn't
Blessed.
send some kids to the league, and they're premier talents, and they about to make some big money. Well done, Kachuk family.
Yale's screaming at you for not sending him to Gastropit.
Mm.
Okay, sponsors aside, nothing else. Where are you telling somebody to go? Hey, Connor, how are you?
This is Connor McDavid.
Oh yeah, he gonna have a field day.
He was
This
in
weekend.
GQ. This is a GQ photo shoot.
Yeah, he gonna have a field day in St. Louis, boy. How tall is he?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
And if he's over 6'3", good Jesus, good luck. He is
Let's take a
gonna
look.
somebody's back is gonna be blown
Okay.
out all
What is
over
that?
St.
That's
Louis.
what
6'1". Why do you need to worry about
I'm
that?
just saying, he's 6'1". He'll probably just be blowing mini backs out there.
Okay.
He'll what?
He'll just blow out the mini backs.
Hmm.
I'm sending him to the Midwestern. Well, I mean, where are you sending him?
Okay.
He's freaking 22 years old. It's like no one cares where he goes.
Favorite
Just
St.
send
Louis
him to a-
restaurant to send? Okay, send a coach, Gardner. Maybe an older. Say you see somebody that's an older gentleman.
I can't think. All I got is
Can't think.
John Calipari's fucking voice going on. in my head
Canettos?
Right now.
Yeah.
Go, bring me Broadway Oyster Bar is always the free space.
I think that's
on the
that's a
bingo
solid
card.
pick,
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for, what style of food.
Yeah, I mean, you got Pappy's, you got Southern, you got
Am I sending them to a steakhouse?
yeah.
You know, and maybe like in my neighborhood, I send them, hey, you want some steak? Let me send you to the Tenderloin room at the Chase.
Tell them we got a Shake Shack.
Old Bob from Bird and Barrel and Tam is running that baby now.
Oh yeah,
Tenderloin room. Looks like it's cracking.
yeah.
Always go to
They just remodeled some stuff in there.
send them on over to our good friends over at Salt and Smoke, Tom Schmidt.
All kinds of great places. That's the thing. You can go hog wild while you're here.
Oh,
St. Louis, I mean,
I mean, I would.
Is
personally
Fridays down at Keener still open?
I don't know. I would send
that's a
someone.
good question. I think it is.
When's the last
You
time
want
you guys went to
breakfast?
When's
Calico's?
the last time I went
What
down
do
to
you want?
Keener?
All right, I'm sending you to Courtesy Diner.
Okay.
I would
That's
send
fair.
people to Courtesy Diner.
Cybergs is also a good call.
Eat right?
Eat
Of
Right's
course,
always a good
yeah.
one, yeah.
I went down there a couple months ago with Tommy.
There are plenty of places you can go in the St. Louis City area to
I had
get
a
you some
burger
solid
and
food.
a slinger that night.
Oh,
Yeah?
damn
For
it,
that day.
Gardner.
Yeah, Jesus, man.
What's wrong with you?
Good Lord. Was it F5 in your butthole?
No, it was good.
Oh, okay.
I was hungry.
Did you get some cobbler?
Sometimes I'm a hungry boy,
Okay.
and that hungry boy eats dessert and turns into a cobbler boy.
Mom, love me some cobbler.
I didn't tell you guys about this, but Travis knows. Travis and I are going to be co-hosting the Bacchanalian Ball. That's February 1st, part of Mardi Gras celebrations. Themes Hollywood Nights. You know what we're going to be doing? We got to dress up,
Oh,
and we get
boy.
to hang out on the red carpet,
Oh, dear.
and we just get to talk smack to people when they come in.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
Now, they do know we're talking smack, right?
I talked to them last night,
That's
and
when I roast.
they were saying, they were like, yeah, you know, roast people. I'm like, I don't think that's what you want. These are attendees. Like, they
I
won't
mean, if
get
they're
it.
in on the joke, I mean, they understand that we're here to just tease
Oh,
and
they
have
get it.
fun.
It's going to be a good time. There's you'll feel like an A-lister. Stop by.
Nice.
You can get tickets online. I have a bunch of $10 off tickets too. If you guys are watching, or just send me a DM. Let me know. It's in Bud Light Party Center in Soulard Market Park. Going to be a good time. That's the Bacchanalian Ball. I'm excited, man.
We are all over Mardi Gras this year,
Man,
baby.
we are
I'm
all over the
loving it.
place.
We are. I'm loving it.
Marty Trav.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I call him.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, Marty Trav. I like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. I think you're onto something.
Okay. We got to figure it out.
What's Marty Trav like?
Mostly blacked out and more higher than usual.
Oh. Couple beads on his.
Yeah,
on his
just
chest. Yeah.
just really, really high Travis with excessive amounts of beads around his neck.
Could really see the whites of your eyes there, in juxtaposition to your skin color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I like hanging out with the people.
Mm-hmm.
I am
The
one
people
with
are
them.
great.
Are you?
I'll be honest with you, I don't. I like people.
Do you? You just don't like being around them?
I think I am comfortable in my skin.
Are you?
I don't think most people are. And so when they come around me, it's like they want me to get out of my skin. And I don't like that too much.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm looking forward to the event.
Okay. Be a heck of a time. Gardner, we've seen this, and I've been meaning to get to it. And this may have something to do with Tom DeLonge. I haven't read the article, but do we have video that the Navy has released, or is it just a story?
Just a story.
Just a story. Do
Yeah.
you want to head this up? Navy allegedly has photos of an unidentified flying object, or video, excuse
yeah,
me.
they have video and they won't release because they said it would be a severe issue with national security.
So it's okay. So you've seen those videos, right? The
Mhm.
ones from the naval pilot. I can't remember his name. That Tom DeLonge was talking about a long time ago. So they're saying it's more than that,
Yeah,
because that in itself is like, what
I know-
is going on?
I know we
here?
got a lot of stuff going on, but they've got secret classified video, and they
that they won't release.
and they're basically recognizing, hey, yes, we have the video, we can't show it to you though.
Can we say definitively, or at least, do we think we can conclude that there is a government entity that exists outside the traditional government apparatus that could be responsible for unidentified flying objects?
like they're out testing their stuff, and
I
the
feel
Navy
like-
doesn't even know who
right,
they're looking at.
Right. I
Yeah.
feel like the Air Force and Navy are not privy to this particular entity that may be attached to the United States government, and for those reasons, that could possibly explain as to why these objects exist, and Navy and the military, for the most part, are on a need-to-know basis right now.
Yes, I think there are probably projects like that. I don't know
Okay.
if it's full-on entities, but yeah, I bet there's projects like that.
Okay.
There's a
Now
very
here-
real black budget. Like
There's-
they don't say
I
how it
agree.
goes.
I
No,
agree.
it's not.
No, I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Okay, so we've seen the one video before, right? Remember the one that, like, the New York Times had and all that stuff?
Mhm.
I remember. I
Okay.
personally haven't seen it, but I
Now,
remember what you're talking about.
Others, it looks like people are speculating that this video that they won't release
Right.
is what they call the Gralian full-length raw copy of the original 2004 UAP footage. Popular Mechanics reported in November that several original witnesses of the Nimitz incident allegedly saw a longer, higher resolution video of the UFO encounter. Gary Voris, a petty officer who served on the Princeton, a ship in the Nimitz fleet, told Popular Mechanics that he definitely saw video that was roughly 8 to 10 minutes long and a lot more clear.
So here's my thing. Let's
So
just
we
go
would
ahead
be
and-
able to see even better
Let's
what
hit-
this is.
Let's just go ahead and jump to the end of this movie. Let's say that indeed
Good way to put it.
alien life does exist.
Okay.
And let's take a look at the current landscape of society as we know it today. Is it taken with serious priority, or do you believe it is basically knocked down to the 5, 6, 7 other things we can worry about later? Does it jump to the front of the line of things we need to concern ourselves about as society if indeed, in fact, we discover that alien life not
Yeah.
only exists but exists here on Earth?
Yeah, because it has a trickle-down effect on how it impacts other systems to which we
Okay.
adhere.
All right, let's keep this ball going then.
Because, like, aliens show up,
Okay.
I won't go too far into it, but if you're a person of faith and you've been told certain things for your life and have read certain things for your life, what are they going to tell you now?
Here's what I
It's
believe.
going to become an issue.
Okay, you think it's going
For-
so it's going to become an issue for
It
religion
most
institutions?
certainly would.
I think because of
Really?
religious institutions, here's my theory. Because of religious institutions, I think it's treated like everything else currently in our society. It's going to be immediately shrugged. I don't believe people will, even if you present evidence, I believe at least 60% of our population is going to go, "Oh, what are you going to do?" They're going to shrug. They're going to be like, either they're going to shrug in apathy or they're going to shrug in non-belief.
Is it too
They're not gonna
vague?
Or
believe
they
it.
might, some of them are,
Or just
sure-
may
I'm
accept
sure-
it.
Yeah,
Just be like, okay.
but it throws a wrench into certain ideologies,
Interesting.
and I'm sure that they've already been preparing for that moment as well.
Maybe they've already had that moment
Well,
themselves.
I'm sure the Vatican's aware of what.
Maybe that's what the government was technically doing. Maybe
Let
they,
me in the library.
they were working
Let me
along.
in the archives.
Yeah. Maybe they were working
You let Tom
alongside
Hanks in there.
Hollywood for a long time just to indoctrinate us into, hey guys, there's a strong possibility this
Like,
could happen.
we can tell about them after 50 years of solid alien movies. Because
Yeah.
there's all kinds out there.
That was the way to kind of soften us up.
Mhm.
Like, this was the aliens' idea.
Right.
Hey, do movies first,
Right.
because we can't just show up,
Yeah.
or else.
And make a bunch of maybe they're
Yeah.
really nice.
Who's
They're like,
doing
make a
this
bunch
War
of
of
evil
the
ones.
Worlds thing?
Yeah, make a bunch of evil ones because we're
You s-
cool.
Yeah, you set us back 10 years.
Yeah.
We got to overcome this now? Come on.
I don't know how it. I would like to think, like for example, in The Watchmen, the big
Well, the
premise.
issue you're going to find out with religion is when the aliens come back
Well,
or make
that's-
themselves known,
right?
is you're going to have to deal with the fact that you were genetically engineered by them.
Do you think they would genetically engineer what's in this room right
Think
now?
about it.
Well,
They're going to be looking. They're
They're
going to
gonna
be
say it was
looking
gonna
at.
be
They're
good.
gonna
they
look-
got what
they're
they
gonna sh-
needed from us
Yeah,
and then
true.
moved on and
oh,
said,
right. And the experiment kept.
we'll
living
just see
on.
what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
They forgot to flush.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
it is. That's essentially
That's
what.
what
Basically,
happens.
they were done with us, and they're like, well, it'll take care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
And they could be right.
Yep.
And I think that's the beauty of.
Oh, that hurts.
I know you guys aren't big into comic books. It was a great first and only season, as we're finding out now. Watchmen, if you get a chance, check it out. Series on HBO. Very limited run. They're not bringing it back for a second season. But the fascinating premise of that was this idea that this alien creature had come down from above and landed in New York and was responsible for the death of 3 million people. But it unified the world. It basically all petty arguments and wars that had taken place before it had been pushed aside, and
it wasn't real.
And it discovered it was a governmental hoax the entire time. But so I'm curious.
False flag.
It was very false flag. Yes.
The people actually died. Oh,
people,
so the
but people
government
actually
killed
did die.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why. That's why the bad in the show. Check it out. A lot of fun. I don't want to give too many spoilers away. But the fact of the matter is that I wonder, could this be a last-ditch effort by parts of our government that realize that we are on the brink
not out of the question.
complete chaos, and that we have to slowly but surely leak a little bit about UFOs, alien life, and maybe, just maybe, it brings us all together. Will alien invasion honestly bring our country together?
It depends.
Reagan talked about it.
Is it a false flag or no? Can you give me that premise?
Oh.
Or am I not allowed to?
No. I see what you're saying. I'm trying to think. Let's go false flag.
Oh, shit. That's not good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Now, so it wasn't an alien then in the previous
It
thing.
was in the Watchmen, and I'm sorry, spoiler alert. It was
little
basically created by man.
Okay.
It was one of the smartest men on earth
Then
created this.
That won't bring us together.
If it's ever discovered. I mean, obviously it was a secret, kept it
Yeah.
away out of the public eye, but you don't believe that even as a false flag it could bring us together.
what you're trying to say is that, but this is what we're capable of, even if you find out that it's a false flag.
Yes.
So why should we? But you know deep inside you've lied to yourself to make it happen.
I feel like we lie to ourselves all the time
You
to
do.
justify
We're
a
all
lot
in
of things that
denial.
we do. So that's what I'm saying. Is that what it's going to ultimately take? Another
It's-
big lie.
It's existential coping.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
That's what I consider religion anyway too.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we got to find a reason. We're narcissists.
My big question.
Like, why? I mean, why are we here?
Right.
Why? What is our purpose? Well, there might not be one.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm thinking like Independence Day, and I'm thinking of that great speech Bill Pullman gives, and I'm trying to think of Trump trying to give something similar.
They don't tell him about this stuff.
I know. This is how I know. This is how I know it's an off-the-books government thing. Because I believe if he knew about it, he would have told it. Yes, we would have absolutely.
They don't tell him about
That's
that.
the reason why I believe there is an off-the-books
This is
entity of
not-
the government
this is
that's
not
not
for
attached.
him.
Yes. Yes.
I'm the
Absolutely.
president.
No.
No. Yeah, you're just the president.
No,
okay?
yeah.
You are.
One of these little moon men come by. I'd punch him right in the kisser.
Maybe like maybe I feel like I think that's why I know Trump. This is why I feel like there is a part of the government that he doesn't know about, and thank God, because if alien life existed, if there was just a modicum, if he just had the smallest sentence in the smallest military brief about alien life, he would have tweeted it a long time
Even
ago.
Mick Mulvaney and like Mike Pence are like, don't tell him.
No, yeah. Oh
This is-
yeah,
that
the
you-
panic.
You would have crossed.
He would have.
you'll
Oh
cross-
my.
You will cross the line.
Yeah, that's the line. I think that is where military folks and people in the government inner circles are at this point. They're like, look,
You can control all the dumbass.
if we go to jail, we go to jail, but we cannot tell him this.
Yeah.
We just cannot. I want to know who was the guy who sat
I think they all know.
Priebus down day one ago. Look, it's y'all ball game. Y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do.
Yep.
But there's some shit that we just know better.
Yeah.
We cannot tell you about. And that has to be it.
Yeah, he can't.
So
can't
yes,
have
so
access to this information.
and I know they can tap into podcasts because that's what this black government does. But I salute
You should call it the black
the
government.
black government, yeah, because I think it's a bunch of black people probably running anyway. Because we can
Oh,
keep
wow.
a secret. We can keep a secret. We are good at keeping a secret.
I've seen black Twitter.
About
Oh,
that.
okay, you're right about that. We are not good at keeping a secret. We
Yeah.
are terrible.
Now
at
maybe
keeping
we have to
secrets.
interpret how you're communicating through gifs and memes and. Now maybe it's your own language, but you're putting the information out there in your own charming way.
Charming.
Let me follow up with this story here too, real quick,
Okay.
because I wanted to. The original classification authority has determined that the release of these materials, this is their wording,
Right.
would cause exceptionally grave damage to the national security of the United States.
I agree.
Exceptionally grave damage
I agree.
is the phrasing they use.
Now,
I don't know what panic. I guess my big question is, what does panic look like in 2020?
because
Because we, as a country,
I mean, if
psychologically
people
have
started
endured a
fire,
lot.
like if somebody, like say a country was like, this is the second coming and our God was wrong and we must defeat this God in honor of our God, and they start firing off missiles at these things and not
yes.
working in unison.
Yes.
That's what you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay.
I
you're
do-
Right,
Now, which
you're right.
God are we talking about?
Yeah,
now?
I know. That's
Yeah.
when it gets
It's
really
one of the
complicated.
4,000.
Take your
yeah.
pick.
Yeah, it's gonna get interesting.
Tom Brown has an interesting thought.
Uh-huh.
Aliens show up tomorrow, so your plan is to get rid of all our leaders and take over. Cool. What's your plan for universal health care? Tom, they have not impressed Tom very much.
I'm just trying to envision, do we do the, there's going to be 2 inches of snow in St. Louis thing, where we just invade our nearest snooks and we just buy everything up? Or is panic getting on the highway, driving to the coast? Which there is no plan.
Why would I go to the coast?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Is
think we
it
have a
'cause-
plan. I feel like at the end of the day, everyone's just going to go home.
Well, you don't have a plan.
I don't have a plan.
Yale Hollander thinks
I don't think I
it's a
want a plan. Honestly, I don't think
justification
my
for
plan
Space
would.
Force.
I'm not telling you what mine is.
That's fair. But I don't know what a plan looks like. What does a plan do
Might
when
wanna
there's an
figure that
alien invasion? You don't know what the hell is going to happen.
It will be cathartic for you.
Oh no.
To have a
Sweet
plan?
release.
No, to not have a plan.
Oh no, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To react,
Like
because
just
you'll
use your jazz skills.
because what,
Oh,
what,
really?
how do you think your mind? What would your mind tell you? Let's walk through this.
Okay, I think. All right, so I just discovered that there's alien life, and
Does
are
it
they
scare you?
invading? Right now, as long as
You just don't know.
I
How about
don't
that?
know. I
There's
don't know. So what I'm
question.
going to do is probably see if I can go to emails real quick. At least get a large pizza. I don't know when I'll be able to have emails again.
Now
so I'll
Yale
get that.
Yale
So
Hollander
it
thinks
sounds-
it's a justification for Space Force. Is there?
Well, if they had different uniforms, maybe.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
I don't know, Gardner. I think I would just probably go home and
Would you treat it like you found out you were going to die in 24 hours?
no,
Okay.
no. Like go and live my life like, I don't know what I'll be able to do.
Or would
this.
it just could it have a calming effect on you just to say, man, I'm small.
There is going to be
insignificant."
a lot of clarity in my life.
Yeah.
That is
That's
kind
what
of a part of me is excited about that.
That's what I'm talking. That's
like
the
all the bullshit
cathar-
goes away, and then it's just down to the primary
What's
colors.
important.
Yeah, what's important. And so, to a point, I think you're right.
Because
It could
in
be
a way,
cathartic for a
you-
lot of
you
people.
do think about death in that moment because
Sure.
you're like, okay,
What matters most?
what matters most now?
Yes.
What can I do?
Yes.
So it has, I would say, kind of a weird calming.
Yeah.
It's a kind of calming mechanism.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
I think the only thing that I would when I just
unless
I
they
would-
just come down and start blasting the fuck out of us right away.
well,
That's
yeah,
just
if that
me.
happens, then it's just
But I might even have the same reaction
yeah.
because it's like it's a foregone conclusion that your imminent demise is upon you,
Right.
and what's important at that point? Do I just go find a park bench? Forest Park? Maybe you find a park bench right by the Muni, looking out over the little lake there. Some coffee and a pack of cigarettes. Call it a life.
But you'll do that if there's like a rise in temperature. Like that's not.
Oh, it's because it's nice out.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Let's not act like you're going off.
No,
in
but
some
that's like
noble
nice,
way.
calming. Oh, it's not. I'm not saying it's noble.
Okay, good.
No,
Just
I
saying
think
it's nice.
now I think panic.
If I get a chance to choose, I might choose something like that.
Now a bit of panic does set in if they actually come in peace. Because I now Now,
Because now you have to find a way to adapt. And it becomes
yeah,
complicated.
that's when the panic comes. If they like, yo, what's good, yo? We come in peace, and I'm like, ah, shit.
So wait, you're at
The dynamics are about to change again.
Exactly.
Shit. The only thing that would maybe be good is that white people know
Can
what
I
it
see
feels
your
like to be
visa?
black. I mean, can you believe these aliens, Travis?
Yeah.
Yes, I can, sir. So that would probably be the only thing that for me would.
Would you be racist to aliens?
No. No, not at all. I would have some questions that I think aliens could possibly answer.
Like what?
Hey man, that shit on Star Trek, half is true.
That's the one you got?
Yeah.
That's the question
That's
you're going to ask?
teleporting. Can I do it? Can we do that? Because I've always wanted to do the teleporting thing from Star Trek.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. That's all I probably would have. And I'd be like, hey, don't trust these crackers. Don't do it. They behind everything that you see wrong in this world. Don't do it. Hey, guys! Listen, look at us. That'll probably be it.
So would you team up to go against us?
There's a strong possibility that we could team up with aliens. And
Against who? Black people?
No,
Against
y'all.
white people?
Against y'all, yeah, definitely. Once we tell the aliens, like, hey, man, this is some bullshit. Let me tell you what they've been doing.
Now, is that racist?
Now, what happens if they show you?
'Cause then you have
what
power.
If what if they show you video footage of the last time they were here, and they were like, you know what? The last time we were here, we made these really cool things. They called them pyramids, and then look what all these black people did to these Jewish people. We told them, hey, pay a fair wage. Here's some great plans. These things will last forever. Perfect, eco-friendly. So no,
And
you
then some con
and they
man
show,
came
and they
along and his disciples.
Go, yeah, well, and they show you actual video of black people in ancient Egypt enslaving others. What do you do then, if that's their view of you?
Then we run.
Right? And they're like,
Go on, go! They found a video! They've been filming the whole time!
they're like, damn, we made them too fast.
I think it'd just be, I think for America, it'd just be something new. It'd be fun. We would try to find a way to indoctrinate them into our society. And it would just be so
Okay, as soon as they land,
stupid.
I'm going to Black Twitter. I'm
Yeah.
going to see how Black Twitter's responding.
Man, Black Twitter, if an alien invaded and they just arrived, that made Black Twitter won't.
I want to know the top.
I would like to think that we
I
would
wanna
be
know
serious, but they're not gonna be
I
serious.
want to know the top 3 GIFs Black Twitter would use if aliens made their presence known.
I'll gather that for tomorrow. The top 3 gifts Black Twitter would use if aliens arrived on on our planet. Yes, I will look that up. I'll get those 3
Trying
for
to
you.
picture it in my head.
I
Are we going to get the one they use when someone's name's trending and they think they're dead but they're not dead? Like the Denzel one where it's like, that one.
I'm just
Boy.
envisioning my news shows, just news television in general covering the event. Because what good is, I mean, if you think about some of the television personalities that exist, what good is Gayle King? What good is Joy Behar? What good are these personalities with aliens? Nobody has anything of insight to provide. Brian Williams can't anchor NBC News.
Tucker Carlson's on there. They make our country dirtier.
You can't.
They're disgusting.
I don't know if there's a news person that could handle covering an alien invasion. Is there a news personality that you would trust covering an alien invasion?
I think that's what
retired or current.
I'd like to hear Tom Brokaw's voice.
I
down
would
there.
worry. I think Tom Brokaw would have just too much slip of the tongue. He would end up saying something incredibly offensive about the aliens.
Tom Brokaw would get us really fucked over by the
Yeah,
aliens.
absolutely. I don't know. Who would be the personality, Chris? Who would be any personality? Hell, is there any personality you would trust covering the alien invasion?
Not Anderson Cooper. He'd take a shot and be like, oh gosh, look at him.
Who does that?
Cedric Anderson Cooper. Poor Anderson.
Oh man, yeah, you got to really break this down because
Yeah, I
if
don't
you
know
get
if
the
there's
wrong
anyone
coverage-
right now who I would be comforted seeing.
Gronk. Got a little Barstool
He's gotta
Sports
go.
polo on.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. This is was that just talking about the current state of media? That's pretty interesting. I don't know if there's a
I
personality.
mean, I'm
that
trying to go through the different.
Shep
news
Smith
networks.
would probably be pretty.
Yeah, he's
Shepard Smith, a pretty likable guy.
a free agent right now.
Yeah, Shep's a likable
You
guy.
can't pick anyone.
Aliens?
Here we are.
They're
over
here.
with Lester Holt. Thinking like,
Lester
oh,
Holt's
This is
good.
this guy. But no, I'm saying there's all wild cards. He hosted the debate, and you're like, oh, Lester Holt. Nobody's gonna fire
And
off
then
at him,
he
and then
airballed.
then Trump makes him crumble. It's like, oh boy. Or
Nah.
I shouldn't say that. I should say, how do you make him into anything other than pleasant?
Right.
Yeah.
Shep Smith probably would be a good call. Lester Holt's not bad.
I want
you just-
I want Susie Colbert.
Susie Colbert. That's not bad.
Now, are you looking for someone to like soothe your mind a little bit, or what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a little bit of comfort, a little
Or
bit
you
of
lo-
clarity
or
and
are you looking
comfort.
for the truth?
I'm looking for clarity and comfort. So I'm thinking maybe Doris Burke. Doris Burke does a great job calling NBA games. She's very clear, very likable, great personality.
Are
I
you
can
telling
see
me
Doris
that,
Burke.
that only sports analysts can handle
I think
this?
only I
Yeah.
feel like they are the only ones
The
who can
chaos.
handle the chaos. Kevin Harlan. Oh, the aliens from way downtown.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
that they're
maybe
going to soothe my mind at all, though.
Gosh, that's kind of crazy. It just goes to show that we probably won't be looking at a lot of newscasts.
Marv Albert. Got to watch him.
Why is this? Let me not go there.
Did you just bite that alien on the back?
Giorgio Sokolis would get a lot of time.
Oh, no.
Airtime.
What if they look at him like they're like they're mad at him. They're like, you've been giving us poor coverage for years.
Yeah.
They're like, you joke.
What if they hit us with this? He's like, all right, we need 5 people. 5 people you despise the most. We're taking them with us. That's the only way we leave this planet. Who are the 5 you think the world could gather around and send with the aliens?
That you despise?
That you think universally
what a
is
weird
despised.
What a weird way to go.
Oh, okay. No, you're right. That's right. You're wrong. You're right, Chris. I'm wrong.
No, I'm-
Let's go to
No, but
someone that's
explain the
universally
rules.
loved.
Oh.
Let's go with someone that was universally loved. We're like, we will leave, but we're only taking the 5 that you love the most. That's the only way we leave.
Give us your top.
Who was your top 5 people you love the most that's going with us? I'm going Will Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, Will Smith popped in my head.
Oh,
Is
and
it
then
just 'cause
they're-
of
They're gonna
then they're
Independence Day,
scared of
though?
him. They're like, ooh, no, we've seen what
We've
this
seen,
guy
right?
is.
Yeah, he has punched
He
one of our
punched.
friends before.
He punched.
But I think 5 most likable people that'll probably be sent with the aliens are Obama, Will Smith. It
Which
pains me to say Betty White.
Which Obama?
Shit. If we're talking most liked, it's going to have to be Michelle.
Yeah.
This is Will Smith, Michelle Obama, Betty White, Larry David.
Just going in the
We
United
all
States.
love- I mean, America's the only thing that's
Barry-
important. They're
Barry
alien
Odom.
to
Are
me.
we talking about you? Are we talking about people you follow on Twitter, or are these like universally loved people?
And
Dolly Parton's got to go, man.
Greta Thunberg.
Okay.
Those are probably the 5 people that. I got you. You wanted someone that wasn't from America.
I'm asking.
Those are the 5 I think they take from us, guys. That's a good list. You lose Will Smith and Larry David. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
They're going to take Benedict Cumberbatch, aren't they?
They're probably gonna take Benedict Cumberbatch. We're gonna be completely honest. And
You know who covers this? I just realized.
who was this?
Oh. Oh.
Ah,
Oh.
Mr. Morrison.
That guy.
Keith Morrison should be anchoring this.
Man, he would be a trusting face in the time of need. Go aliens. All right. Shake things up. It's like adding a new cast member in the Myriad series.
Revolution.
Yeah. Like bringing in a new. Yeah, I like this. I like the alien twist to the American series.
Don't love it.
The Americans here. Yeah.
Yeah.
What season are we on right now? America.
What was it? Ted Alessandro came up with his last comedy special was Senior Class America, or it was like America's Senior Class.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Mindset wise, we've had senioritis as a country for a long. Ah! Do we have to pay down the deficit? Ugh.
Well, at some point.
This is stupid.
Not this year.
You
Tell
know
you
what? We were wrong. We're idiots. We're stupid. We're talking about who's going to be the voice, who's going to be the face, who can anchor us through these very scary times, and it was staring us in the face the entire time. We're idiots, Gardner. I
Steve
apologize.
Ducey.
No. Nicolas Cage. Who else can make sense of all of it?
No, I want him in the field, though.
You want you want him on the front. You want him. Is he one of the first ambassadors?
I want him
that,
communicating.
Okay, we'll make sure that happens.
I can see that.
Uh,
Hey, aliens! How about you take your face off?
Does a flip,
Face off.
starts throwing money, a couple ninja moves.
And then you know who gets off the ship with the aliens and just really blows our minds? Jeffrey Epstein.
We'll end on that note. Another infamous death to talk about in the next hour. So we are live. Gardner needs a smoke break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Chris Demon, Travis Farrell, the great Chris Gardner. We are live at Midcoast Studio in Grand Center. If you haven't yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, make that happen. Come out to comedy tonight. I don't care if it's dreary out. You need to get out and have some fun. Going to be a blast. Come out, please. Hello. 6 o'clock at Sophie's here in Grand Center. 8:30 at Gastro Pit on the Hill. Going to be a good time. We did a small teaser. We said we have a death to get into. I'm so confused about this. Mr. Peanut, you familiar? He's got the monocle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, their planters is saying he has died tragically but heroically, saving friends, and I believe we'll see a Super Bowl ad. But Mr. Peanut has passed on.
Apparently, I guess he was attempting to save Matt Walsh's and Wesley Snipes' life, and I guess they were on the edge of a cliff, Matt Walsh and Wesley Snipes and Mr. Peanut, and Mr. Peanut unfortunately let go, and he is no longer with us. There's apparently going to be a funeral, the third quarter of the Super Bowl. I guess it's going to be another ad where you'll be able to mourn the loss of Mr. Peanut. We lost Mr. Peanut yesterday.
Have we had enough with the smartest ad guy in the room going, by God, we're going to kill Mr. Peanut?
It is with heavy hearts that we confirm that Mr. Peanut has died at 104. In the ultimate selfless act, he sacrificed himself to save his friends when they needed him most. Please pay your respects with R.I. Peanut.
Prediction. They try and go the woke route and instead
I think I know where you're going.
offend people by making a nut that is, maybe it's a walnut, or it's something that's darker. It's something that's darker naturally, and they end up offending a whole bunch of people.
It could go
Or
that
it's a
route.
LaQuisha situation where the voice is a little too...
What up, y'all? It's Mr. Peanut.
Yeah. Yo, it's Mrs. P. Hey, y'all.
I can see a Mrs. P. I thought that's where you were going. I can see
Yeah.
a Mrs. Peanut, and it's
Mrs.
like
P, is she gonna be Southern?
it's gonna be Kristen Wiig.
No,
Voiced by
I
Kristen
mean, that would
Wiig.
make sense. I think they're going to overdo it, and it's going to be...
Mrs. Peanut would be funny.
And it's going to be,
Mrs.
it's
Peanut
going to be
would be
Cardi
funny.
B or something. Or, I don't know.
Oh, Cardi B, the official Mrs. Peanut.
Cardi P.
Cardi P. I don't know what they're doing. It's fun. It's fun. I like this shit. You know, I get into this shit. I like
I
it.
like this one I saw. Mr. Peanut's roasting in hell.
I don't. First
For
of all,
promoting the sale of carcasses of his dead people.
Oh, no.
I just like the fact that the folks at Mr. Peanut have so much damn money. They've been so successful for so many years.
Well, he's got a
that
monocle
they
and a
get
top
bored.
hat.
They get bored and they kill their mascot.
Yeah. Well, let's start over.
they just got bored one day. It was like, fuck it. Let's just kill our mascot for a Super Bowl ad. That's how much money the Peanut people have.
Which mascot do you really want to kill?
Well, I know which ones you want to kill.
Who?
You want to kill the Coca-Cola Bears.
Oh, the polar bears?
Yeah, the polar bears. You have a problem with them. You say they lead to our normalization of treating apex predators as if they're not apex predators. So I think that's who would go for you. For me,
Maybe we need to have a talk off the air because some of my thoughts are changing.
oh. Right now, for
Well,
me,
I truly respect bears. I do. But my respect comes from knowing what they are. And that's my main issue with the way we treat them. We treat them as cutesy, fun animals.
right.
And that's not the way to teach because that's not what they are.
That's not the way to
Like-
teach, because that's not who we are.
It's just a lie. That's the problem. And like if I see a polar bear, I don't have hate when I see the polar bear. I'm in awe. I'm struck by its majesty and knowing what it's capable of. And get scared by that.
That's fair.
My awe scares me.
Is
So
there-
maybe I'm projecting my fear.
Is there another mascot that scares the shit out of you? I'll be honest. He's had a good run.
Green giant.
You know what?
He's a giant.
But I don't see enough of him anymore.
Okay.
I think if you shot him with a bullet, too, it wouldn't really hurt him. Like, if he's all plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mosquito.
Yeah, no worries. It's like Groot.
I think the Gecko Geico.
Okay.
I think it's time for him to kind of hang it up, right? He's had a good run. He's had a good long run. He's been around for a long time. I think he can hang up his little hanger, go home to be a family man. I like to see him retire. I don't want to see him dead, but I would like to see him
I
retire.
don't know why, but my mind's going to cereal mascots right away, and I'm trying to figure out which one of those.
We don't see enough of Tony. Did Tony the Tiger have a Me Too situation? We don't see him hardly at all anymore.
Did his voice die?
I don't know. We don't see the Lucky Charms guy that much anymore.
Right.
No, I have seen the Lucky Charms guy. Lucky Charms changed. He's kind of got like, I think he's got one of those thin beard straps now. It's kind
more-
of very young.
Looks
looking.
more like the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, yeah. He's kind of gotten to that. So the Lucky Charms guy's still around. But Tony the Tiger, I haven't seen Tony in a minute.
Trix Rabbit. You seen the?
I haven't
Trix
seen the
Rabbit?
Trix Rabbit. Did he OD? That's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keebler elves. We don't see the Keebler elves that much anymore
Fuck
either.
them. They're terrifying.
They went on a trip to Mordor,
Where's Mordor?
south.
It's in the middle of the earth. You
Oh,
gotta go.
You've referenced Mordor before, and I need to make this clear. I still don't know what that is. Is that Harry Potter? What is it?
That's the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of
isn't
the
it?
Rings? Okay, that's what I'm trying. I knew it was something like that. I just didn't know which one it
All
was.
right, let's look at our brand mascots, boys and girls. We got Tony the Tiger,
Yeah,
Ronald McDonald, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean we've seen recently. Mr. Clean is kind of,
I'm sure a lot of people might.
he's
kill a
worked out.
clown.
Mr. Clean's been kind of looking. Pillsbury Doughboy, we still see a lot of him. We see Mickey Mouse from time to time.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Oh, Mickey Mouse. I'll kill Mickey
Hey, yo.
just for you.
No, don't do that.
House of Mouse.
Michelin Man. We
Yeah.
still see the Michelin Man. And we, of course, Mr. Peanut. Debuted in 1916. You know
I
he
could
races.
see Ronald McDonald being one people would pick a lot, just because of clown.
Yeah, clowns. The Laughing Cow by Laughing Cow. You talked about the Jolly Green Giant. What about Rich Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly?
Mm-hmm.
You got the Kool-Aid Man. Now you can't get rid of the Kool-Aid Man. Kool-Aid Man is just...
You shoot him and the glass breaks and red just starts pouring out.
No.
I would say I would like to see a more slimmed down Kool-Aid Man.
What are you gonna put him in a Slender container?
Yeah,
now?
yeah. Put in one of those. What are the containers
Squeeze
everybody
boxes
uses?
or whatever, the
Yeah, but then
squeeze-
his
yeah,
voice
squeeze
is
it.
gonna have to change too.
Right.
They'd be like,
He can't be a ooh.
Yeah.
oh yes.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think
Ping.
about Black Sheep saying you'd have to team up with Monsanto to take down the Jolly Green Giant?
Oh.
I didn't realize he had a name. The Kellogg's Cornflake Rooster. His name is Cornelius.
Never knew that.
Never knew that either. Coco the monkey. I think for obvious reasons why we don't see him that much anymore.
What's wrong with the monkey?
I'm just saying. Coco.
Coco?
Coco's not helping.
That was Seinfeld, or not Seinfeld, Costanza's nickname, right?
Yeah, well.
Oh, look, Kobe.
He wanted to be T-Bone.
You got Poppin' Fresh.
Who's
Pillsbury,
Poppin' Fresh?
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Okay.
Pillsbury Doughboy was good money. When he used to come on for the commercials as a
Yeah.
kid, I would get excited. I'm not gonna lie. Pillsbury Doughboy is one of the top 5 brand mascots of all time.
Okay.
You got now. I did not know he had a name, but apparently the Pringles guy has a name. You know the Pringles guy name is Julio. Julio Pringles.
Julio.
Julio Pringles. I did not know his name is Julio.
Maybe I'd kill Colonel Sanders,
Colonel Sanders.
part of the Pentaveret.
We got Quickie by Nesquik, aka my nickname in college.
Who's that cheetah?
Chester.
Chester.
Chester. He's bad news, man.
Yeah, Chester. Established, believe it or not, Chester Cheetah is actually just a couple years younger than us. Debuted in 1986.
Really?
Yeah.
Now they've made him into even a wilder
Yeah,
character.
he's a bad boy.
Oh, A&W Root Beer has a bear as well. I don't know. That Chester Cheetahs always seems like he's into something.
M&M candies are pretty solid. Did you know the M&M spokes candies actually debuted in 1995?
It wasn't before that?
No. They debuted in 95.
It's only
Those guys
been
are good
that
money.
long?
I don't know how. You want to talk about how they just brand everything and turn everything into something bigger than what it needed to be? How did they not make a cartoon out of the M&M candies? Like they
Well,
have
they
great
tried.
personalities. They have some. Who do the voices? I feel like there are serious actors who do their voices. Either way, they're so funny. The commercials are really good. I'm surprised someone at Mars didn't just go, we can get another about 30 million out of these guys if we just make this a cartoon on Nickelodeon.
So who am I having a hit put
I'm
on?
surprised they haven't done that. Maybe I'll pitch that to Mars. Maybe I'll pitch to Mars.
There you go. Write them a letter.
I'll pitch them. Hey, I have a cartoon idea for your candies.
What
I
about
would watch the hell out of that show.
What about the Wendy's girl?
Wendy's, we do. We have to look up. Geico Gecko debuted in 2000, so he's young. He turns 20 this year.
He's only 5 years older than the M&M candies.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That
Yeah, it
doesn't
feels like
seem
they've
right
been
to
on
me.
forever.
Yeah. I feel like that makes sense because I remember them coming on the scene. In 5 years, they did the Millennium candy, the blue. They had to pick the color.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when they introduced blue in 2000. So yeah, those are your top 21, and of course Colonel Sanders.
I
by
think
KFC.
Colonel Sanders or the Wendy's girl I would put the hit on.
The Wendy's girl,
I don't trust those.
based
Little
off the
pigtails.
founder's daughter,
Yeah.
a real person
Yeah.
who's still alive.
Well, for now.
Jesus, I forgot Chuck E. Cheese. We wouldn't miss him if he was gone.
Actually, you know what? I'll take Wendy's girl off and go Colonel Sanders of the Chuck E. Cheese because Showbiz Pizza,
Right.
which folded into Chuck E. Cheese, is where I believe my ursophobia began.
Okay.
So maybe my vengeance can come with killing the mascot.
How do you feel then about the Bear family from Charmin?
Oh, I forgot about them.
Yeah, I know.
What about Billy the Billiken? Asks KFC.
Ah, Billy the Billiken. We got to get Billy on. It's been a while.
We'll get him back on.
Billy's a good guy. Got Joe Campbell,
Julio-
of course. And Joe Campbell's all-time great.
Yeah, don't kill
Julio
him.
Pringles sounds like a name made up by Travis to explain the origin of Pringles. Black sheep. Colonel Sanders has been dead for 40 years, says Yale Hollander. All caps.
Oh, man, that's good. That's good. Because he's right. He's exact. Snap, Crackle, and Pop. How can we forget about them?
Oh, what have they been up to?
They trio made their TV debut in 1955.
F. Mary Kill, Snap Crackle. Pop.
Okay.
There's your poll question for the day, Gardner. There's your poll question for the day. There's your question. Put that out. Get all of our homies to retweet the hell out of that one. That would be good. Chris, who you taking? I'm kidding. Don't answer that, please, guys. Don't. Sun May Girl. She did not have a name. Go figure. You have a female mascot and you don't give her a name. Everybody else gets a name, but the female mascot. Uncle Ben. Brother, of course. Man. God, I got so many Uncle Ben jokes that'd be too inappropriate even for this show.
Well, you can say them, we can't.
Yeah, that's true. And then, yeah, Wendy's girl. I love the.
Aunt Jemima.
I love that they gave Michael Scott the phone number when he
Hot-
was looking for a date. Hot and juice. Sir, this is a Wendy's. All right, just give me a shake. So you have to come to the store and get it. Just put it to the side. I'll send someone. Thank you. Outstanding.
What about that, what was it, Smack'ems? What was it?
Yeah.
That cereal wasn't that great. Was
That
it sugar?
cereal was
it called
horrible.
sugar?
Sugar
Sugar
Smacks? Smacks? I don't know. Look
I
that
don't
up,
know.
Gardner.
What am
I swear
looking at?
people got it strictly because of the frog.
I hated that cereal. I hated that cereal. Have you ever?
Honey Smacks?
Honey Smacks. There you go. They were not good.
That
No.
frog looks like trouble. His
All
hat's
the-
on backwards, sideways, kind of.
Now all you broke ass sons of bitches acting like you know who these name brand cereal people are.
Right.
What did your Aldi's brand cereal have? Let us know.
I'll tell you right now. But the Frosted Flakes, it was Terry.
Terry the Meerkat.
Terry the Impala. Just answer Impala on my
Oh, they
Frosted
got a fucking bear
Yeah.
for their frosted flakes. Made by Millville.
Motherfuckers didn't even try to get
Got a little scarf on.
Didn't even try to get a motherfucker from the jungle. Just said, fuck it. We just go pick an entire different region of the world. They said, fuck your jungle. We're going to go get a polar bear, ass.
Right.
Hold on a sec. I'll pull up an image here for you.
Why rabbits with tricks? Why certain mascots? I want to go inside to more the psychology of the mascots. Now, that is, there's a, yeah. Yeah, I've had them both. I don't understand why they switched it up with the bear. And why does the bear have dead eyes?
Well,
A cold-blooded killer.
It's also
that's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
there's a scarf on. How deadly can it really be?
Polar bears hunt humans.
Yes, they do. And they will find you for a while. They will walk a good amount of distance just to get to you. Because they smell so good.
I love Tony the Tiger. He was so. You know, I like Tony because he also was. He would play the sports in his commercials.
So do your best, Tony the Tiger.
They're great.
All right, now tell me, give me a sound of what this bear sounds like on the other side there.
Yo, nigga, he's good.
Oh,
He's white. He can't say that. Technically translucent.
Translucent.
The fur is translucent.
I used to. I used to give my mom so much shit about that growing up. It's like, man, that ain't Tony. She would look
I
at
asked
me.
him for Tony Flakes.
She's like, boy, if you don't eat this damn cereal and shut up.
all right. So Yale's really on us today.
Uh-huh.
Tricks, like magic tricks, like pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
Oh, okay. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that. Did you know that?
I did at one point, but I didn't today.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Well done, Yale. That's why they pay you the big bucks.
And
Smart
then they
play.
stylized tricks with the X there at the end.
Netflix has a series, the movies that you
Netflix,
love.
they're stylized too.
They have a documentary series where they do these hour episodes on the movies that made us and the toys that made us.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to do. They should do one with cereal, the cereal that made us. I would love to know some of the origin story. By the way, if you have not checked that series out on Netflix, I highly recommend it. Especially the toys that made us. They did the origin story of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the toy brand, how it came to be. And I didn't realize super uber television producer Lorne Michaels. What did I say? Lorne Michaels, not Lorne Michaels.
Dick Wolf.
Oh no! Don't do this to me, Chris! You're gonna do it to me again, you son of a bitch!
Stephen Bochco.
Why am I Stephen Bochco?
I don't know why that.
Damn it, Gardner! You son of a bitch! He did my. Damn it!
James L. Brooks.
Damn it! He produces Young Sheldon. I'm gonna just break Chuck Lorre. Damn it! God, I was getting so
I was about to
nervous.
say Chelsea Handler.
Chuck Lorre wrote the theme song to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was a songwriter. He was trying to make it as a songwriter, and he was doing jingles for a company, and they basically contracted him out to come up with, because they needed something for the toy brand. And he wrote what ended up going into the series, the theme to Ninja Turtles.
You know who did the Dr. Pepper song? I'm a Pepper, you're a Pepper. Barry Manilow.
Really?
Yeah.
God, that's so cool.
Oh,
Good for Barry.
Mandy, you came and you gave without taking.
I thought you were going to say you gave me a
And
soda.
I sent you away, oh, Mandy.
Chuck Lorre's Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon. That's so awesome. Oh, yeah, I would love to know what origin
Why
story
did I think of Stephen Bochco right away?
I don't know. I was impressed. I was like, damn, you guys are going to do this to me again? And you already have a list
Well,
of show creators?
No, like I blinked for a second and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna let Chris down. And then like Stephen Bochco for some reason just popped in my head. And I'm like, ah.
I know we were supposed to have an interview, and because of the nasty weather here in St. Louis, that got switched up on us. But there's something that's been on our rundown. I think, just based on the conversation we just recently had, would be very good to discuss. And it's from a tweet from a while back. And I'm curious to get you guys' thoughts on what you would choose. You suddenly, Chris, find yourself on stage for your own TED Talk with no prior planning. What's a topic you can discuss for 18 minutes?
Podcasting. There you go.
Really? 18 minutes on podcasting? That would be...
Just throw a story in.
Chris just figures me this out.
Talk about the origins. Talk about what's happened. Yeah, you do that.
He just talked about Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
for
I just
15
basically,
minutes.
I just talk about episodes I've listened to. Oh, man. That'd be rough. People just tell you the plot, like when they go all the way through, and you're like, you are 7 minutes in.
Uh-huh.
I could just watch the show.
Gardner, what are you choosing? What's a topic that you go? There are a few I think you can jump
Yeah,
into.
probably a couple. I probably could do 18 minutes on the River de Pere.
Jesus Christ.
That's tough.
Civil engineering behind it, even too. I could probably do something with bullpen carts.
That'd be solid.
Scooter life.
That's pretty good.
Those pop in my head right away. I'm sure there's a few others. You just have to ramble for 18 minutes, right?
You hope that there's some coherent points that you can,
Yeah,
some salient points that you
'cause-
can maybe make along
well,
the 18 minutes.
you would think to hold some attention, you would have a little passion with you, or at least a way to capture an audience. So I would say those three stick in my mind for me personally, because I know I would talk about them passionately. I mean, we buried a river, guys. Buried a frickin' river with the River de Pere. Bullpen carts. I mean, that's a movement, carte blanche. And I have my own personal e-scooter. I can talk about upkeep, little additions I might make, how to design them better, even what you're looking for in different areas. Like depending on where, maybe suburbs or urban. How would you design them differently? And the benefits, of course, of living the scooter life. So I think I could probably make it work. On any of those three topics. I'm trying to think if there's something that I could do for 18 minutes, but maybe struggle a little bit, but I needed it to, maybe I get through like 14 minutes or so. And I'm like, what's one where like the final 4 minutes are going to be, all right, I know enough, but I don't know enough. You know what I mean?
18 minutes is a long
Something that I
damn
like.
time.
But that I can't quite maybe take over the top by myself. I'm trying to think if there's something that's it's not on the forefront of my interest or something I'm passionate about, but maybe on the back burner or just behind there. And I'm trying to think of what that might be.
I'm
Nothing's
surprised
coming
you.
to mind right away.
I'm surprised that Chris chose that topic. You should be like getting hot women. You're good at that.
Come on.
I'm just saying you're good at getting hot women. You can do that. That's cool.
Ooh.
That would be something you could talk about for 18 minutes that somebody I would listen to. I'd be like, okay. You can be
Patterns?
like that guy. What's that guy that was
those
the
pickup
The
artists?
pickup artist. You
Oh.
could be more of a dressed down version of the pickup artist.
No one
That
listens
piece of
to a
shit.
pickup artist.
Oh,
That is-
fuck you.
yeah. Travis, that's mean, actually.
He would be better. He'd be more charming. And he
No,
would
it wouldn't be charming at all.
No.
Everyone knows those people are full of shit.
Oh, no.
He could talk about.
That's where the term negging came from.
I think-
Ew.
I think Chris, for 18 minutes, could talk about the style of shirt that he has on, like, today. I think he could do 18
There's
minutes
a
on
short
that.
sleeve button down. You can have guitars on it. Triangles. Circles.
What the different patterns you have on your different shirts?
Thank
like,
you.
Like you might be,
Yeah.
oh, this looks similar to this one, but they're not quite the same. And here's why.
I think I figured mine out. Mine would be pairing your weed with food. I can do 18 minutes on that. Just what weed, the strands, and what to pair it with after partaking in certain strands.
So you're like a weed sommelier.
Yeah, it's like a sommelier. Like, sativa brand? Okay. Is it the OG Kush? Very good. Then you're going to probably want to try
A weed sommelier.
a weed sommelier.
I was trying to come up with something clever. It was escaping me.
Weed sommelier works, I guess.
Okay.
You smell the citrus in the weed bud, in the bud. I could be that guy. I can do about 18 minutes on that.
A potty.
Like pairing your weed with the proper food. That's going to be a job. And I'm sitting up here coming up with the hypothetical, but I know that's going to be a career in 2 years. So
So like, what's
I'm going to keep
it's
some of
already
those
here.
thoughts to myself. Yeah, there has to be. That market is going to. There is going to be. I believe a lot of those weed places will start hiring places.
Give me
people to
one
do that.
example. How about that?
All right, what kind of weed are you looking for?
Okay, let's do an indica.
Okay, you want to do a little indica. You can go maybe a little light Gorilla Glue. Maybe a little bit too strong for perhaps somebody like you. However, if taken in the right portion, you would probably want to pair that with a nice nacho.
Oh, Not a nacho.
Not a nacho, but a nice nacho.
One nacho chip.
I mean, that's where I would introduce the wonton. The wonton, maybe with a little beef, sour cream, scallions.
Okay.
Um,
I think you should have it separated even too, though, to where it's like more upscale
right.
weed food, middle, lower even.
Oh, I
So
like
like
that.
fast food would be a category, or like a more, sit restaurant. I don't. What do you call them? Food restaurants.
Food rants.
So like, if I'm going to a fast, say the Gorilla Glue,
Right.
say a fast food.
Right.
What fast food would pair with that? And then you could do like above
Oh,
that level.
yeah.
So you could break it down into different categories even. You know what some companies maybe. So like you're always going to have a Jack in the Box in this
That's smart.
area or whatever.
That's
So
so
you could
smart.
design even with your dispensary being the anchor. That's what I've said.
Right.
The dispensary is the Walmart. So design around that. But you being able to pair with that will help us decide what maybe food establishments we should bring into those
Right.
developments. And that's how you do business models.
What about
Right.
Smoke Moliere?
Smoke
Smoke
Moliere.
Millier, yeah.
It's from the Black Sheep.
Smoke Millier, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
These
One
jobs
of
are going
those
to
is going to
exist.
work.
These jobs are going to exist. That's the funny thing about
They
it.
don't
Like
already.
they don't already. Chris is right. I would imagine there's someone in Colorado right now that has turned that into a bit of a hustle. That they have put themselves out as this. I wouldn't say an expert, but someone who just knows what. Look, if you've ever gone into one of these places,
you would do is it would be like whatever your company is, you would have a podcast.
right,
What is it? A half hour, 45-minute.
right,
So you have a strain, and you're discussing that particular strain and this and that of it, or whatever it might be. But then you have different elements involved in that podcast that are fun.
right,
Some fun segments
Right.
within it for each time you sample something. So you're sampling whatever strain today. It just be simply like food.
right.
It's just like doing a food thing or whatever. Here's what you can do with it. Here's what it's like, when you just take it or smoke it or whatever. Here's what it's like. Here's how I like to use it when I maybe make it into an edible form. What I prefer edible-wise to do with that. And then you can do your pairings with it in different fast food restaurants. So you can just go from there. It all kind of ties together.
We've seen it a bit recently, certainly, where companies like
So Collinsville, there's a podcast idea if you're.
There it is.
Yeah.
the folks at AB InBev and these other companies have already obviously started to roll out what it would look like sort of for corporate entities to get involved in the marijuana game. Who do you think though? What company do you think is going to be the first one that publicly plants the flag that's going to say, "Hey, we are spending," and we know, like I said, we know that I think even Coca-Cola and those type of companies have already. But in your mind, who's going to be that first company that has the first Super Bowl ad about marijuana or their marijuana infused product?
Oh, that their product is like actually. I was gonna say like if you're Doritos, you might as well go ahead and
Yeah.
make a nod to it. But if
Right.
you're doing the big companies, man, I guess you just have to just go with like what Procter and Gamble or something like that. That's technically under their brand,
Yeah.
or it'd be under one of their brands. I don't know.
Are we gonna see
actually.
those? Are we gonna start seeing those medical type of commercials with marijuana strands like we see with the pills?
Well, what?
Oh, right,
What,
yeah.
All right. Now, here's why I'm only saying this. You're asking which company is the first to go this route with advertising and everything, right? So my first step is I'm wondering, okay, who's investing to make it legal, right? Are there companies that do so? So my first step, I just did a Google search. Is there a super PAC? Is there a lobbying arm?
Okay.
And there was one that was created back in 2012 or 13, it looks like, called Legalized Marijuana Super PAC.
Right.
And their website looks updated. So it looks like they're still going. Now, my next step would then to be who is contributing to the super
Okay.
PAC.
Okay.
So I don't know that yet.
Okay.
But that's kind of the route I would take if I'm going to try to answer that question.
If I were to say,
I want to know which companies are contributing to a super PAC that is pro legalization of marijuana.
to Chris's point, I think it's going to either be a big pharma brand, or it's going to be a beer company. Those are the two who I think who would put themselves out there to be one of the first companies to plant their flag to start promoting their marijuana-based products. So I can
Yeah.
definitely see some big pharma company, maybe Tylenol, somebody coming in with something to ease a different type of migraine or something to that effect, using marijuana or THC. And I can definitely see beer. I feel like Anheuser-Busch would be one of those companies that's fairly close to introducing, because now they're already into seltzer, right?
Okay,
Like
so
they're very quick, and they've already been experimenting with certain types of in
this
certain
is,
markets.
This is from December 20th, 2018
Okay.
in Esquire.
Okay.
Anheuser-Busch InBev, the maker of Budweiser and a bunch of other beers, announced Wednesday that it is working with a Canadian medical marijuana company called Tilray to research drinks infused with cannabis.
Yeah. So that means
Now they're going to be non-alcoholic, the ones they were looking at.
that makes sense. And I think the the folks in the medical community may come down on combining both alcohol and THC in a beverage.
Now, it does say brewers are experimenting with cannabis-infused non-alcoholic beverages in the States as well.
But that so you can't lie. So if we were to just look into the future, this is we're nearing nearly 40 states, Chris, that have either recreational or medical marijuana in this country. So we're there. So everybody basically has some form or the other in this country, whether it's medical or recreational or both in many cases. So we have arrived. We're beyond the point. I can see Anheuser-Busch rolling out that beer product end of 2020.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Would not be surprised. We're there. I think this is why I don't know. It's like, oh, typical pothead. So excited about these new products coming out. But I am curious from the
Like a Santa's list worth of ideas for food.
I think it's gonna be interesting just to see how these companies promote it.
I'm down smoking.
I know.
Smoke Molly, Is that what we're going with?
Go home and get me a 6-pack and get high. There you go.
Yeah.
Think it reduces DUIs? Your ass will want to get in the car after you drink.
I don't know if it showed you. Did you see that the video ended? On here, Gardner? No, we're up. We're running. We've just got a new stream.
It cut out for a second. Yeah.
Sorry.
Take that.
I was high for a second. Good stuff.
I'm
Way to
surprised
go, way
you-
to go, Chris.
I think, yeah, we're there, folks.
Oh, it's gonna turn
And don't
into.
forget Frank's food picks.
Oh, boy.
Let's get this done. Channel
Okay.
5.
All right.
Frank Cusimano trying an edible. I'd like to get this done still.
I
And
don't think it's
also-
going to go the way you think it's going to go.
Don't forget my Pot for Potholes campaign in the city of St. Louis, where we go rogue and legalize recreational marijuana use and sale and take some of that tax money and put it towards fixing potholes and giving it to the streets department and making scooter paths throughout the city of St. Louis. Pot for Potholes, hashtag take the high road.
There it is.
And that's how you do cannabis business.
We've been talking about it here and there. It's been the major story, obviously, in our country, the impeachment. I'm not going into the details of the current impeachment, but I do want to go into how the impeachment is causing Americans to react. Story on Yahoo News: Pennsylvania man chokes girlfriend after getting upset while watching Trump impeachment trial.
Oh boy.
A man who has been watching the impeachment trial of Donald Trump on Tuesday allegedly choked up and punched his girlfriend in a Pennsylvania motel room.
Wait. It just choked was the headline?
Choked was the headline. Then they got to the punch once they got to the story. Choked and punched his girlfriend in a Pennsylvania motel room when she wanted to watch something else. Lonnie Clark, who lives at Northern York County Motel, faces charges of strangulation, simple assault, and harassment. Police responded to the Scottish Inn at about 7:45 p.m. See, this is what happened if we just had the impeachment trial end by 5. Tuesday, after Clark's girlfriend called 911, the woman reported that Clark had assaulted her and that she had left the room.
Where's this hotel?
This is the Scottish Inn in Pennsylvania. I'm trying to see the city.
Okay.
It's Northern York County. Once Fairview Township Police officers arrived, they spoke with Clark's girlfriend, noting that she had red marks on her neck and right cheek. The woman told police that Clark had been drinking alcohol all day while watching the impeachment trial.
Not a good idea.
Nah.
It was upset, although documents do not state what caused his anger. When the woman told Clark she would like to watch something else, Clark began to curse at her and call her dumb and stupid.
You're dumb.
She tried to talk to Clark while seated on his lap, but he began to choke her with her hands, causing her to have trouble breathing.
Yeah,
The
that's what
woman
choking
broke
does.
free and tried to leave, but Clark punched her in the face
Oh God.
and pushed her several times. Clark wrapped her around the neck again and punched her when she attempted to leave the second time. She eventually was able to get out of the bath, get to the bathroom, and call the cops.
Well, I mean, the asking to change the channel is obviously just the trigger here. There's more going on.
yeah,
with
there's
that
a lot
person.
going on.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can necessarily blame
Wish her
the
the
watching
best.
of the
Yeah.
trial.
I mean, there are things you see that, well, this caused this. No, those are just simply triggers. There's a lot of other underlying issues that lead to all something like this. It's not
Yeah.
the impeachment trial. It's,
Hilarious to make it a headline, though.
yeah, it's curious that they went with the choke route when
The
you
punching
find out
was
he
right
gets
there,
punched. He gets
yeah.
punched in the face.
I
I would like to shout out lawyer Chuck Hatfield.
Chuck
Okay.
Hatfield.
Who's
Yeah.
Chuck Hatfield?
You remember him from the
Yeah.
Story of the Year?
Oh, yes, of course.
He's the one who had the cash quote
Oh.
during all of that.
That's
that
not
we've
much
listened
check.
to. But he had a quote tweet of one Josh Hawley. I'm wearing my shirt today
There it is, Senator Flatbed.
because he's inspiring all of us and not embarrassing all of us with his comments. He said, impeachment trial day one equals epic fail for House managers. Use 13 hours to grandstand, repeatedly taking rebuttal time just to delay, attack senators, alienated their audience, admonished by Chief Justice for unprofessionalism. If this is the best they can do, they should just stop now. Chuck Hatfield quote tweeted him and said, appreciate the analysis. Which of the cases you've tried would you say this is most like? And for those that don't know, Josh hasn't done that before.
It's man.
So I just wanted to shout that out. I smiled and smirked when I saw it.
Americans are watching. Apparently, last 2 nights we're looking at over 11 million viewers who have checked out the proceedings. So if the idea for Republicans, if they just thought simply that Americans weren't going to pay attention, weren't going to watch to see what was going on, looking at the ratings, looking at the polling, they would suggest otherwise. Americans are tuned in. In fact, recent polling suggests that Americans want to see the evidence. More than 2/3 of Americans want to see subpoenas for witnesses. So this whole notion, I think the idea when this all began months ago that, Americans were going to be either burned out, didn't want to hear too much more of it. The more Americans learn about what allegedly took place between the president and what he was attempting to do with Ukraine, it's become very clear that Americans are at least paying attention. Now, that still doesn't mean that he will be removed, and that doesn't mean that it will cause the GOP to ultimately cave in and allow witnesses and will allow additional evidence to be added to the Senate trial. But I think it'd be a grave mistake if Hawley and his ilk think simply just voting down, not issuing subpoenas, and not allowing new evidence. The American people seem very interested. Again, this is just based on recent polls and the ratings. Folks are tuning in. Folks are looking at this like this is The Bachelor. They are paying attention. Americans seem to know what's happening. And to Gardner's point, now a lot of this ends in prime time. Americans are coming home from work like, what the hell? What the hell? So we'll see.
KFB lets us know that he saw somewhere people referring to Hawley as Gosh Hawley.
Gosh,
Thought-
Hawley.
Thought you could use that.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I know Charles Pierce for Esquire wrote a complete article about him yesterday just because he doesn't like him either.
I'm surprised he hasn't
Yeah.
done the Chiefs thing yet.
No, he's tweeting about the Chiefs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anybody tweeting about NHL All-Star Weekend that's this weekend?
Not that I've really seen.
The Los Angeles Kings mascot Twitter account is throwing shade at the Dome. Said it took a picture of the Dome
Oh,
and
and I think he
tweeted
said-
out, "What do they do there?"
Oh.
Rude.
That's funny.
That is good money. Well done. Well, that's good.
You guys-
Touche, LA.
I'll tell you what they do there. The Battlehawks play there.
Woo-hoo! Good call! We're so close, Chris.
Do you guys hitting up the free Green Day concert?
I saw that.
I saw OAR was here. Is going to be here
Yeah.
too.
Really?
It depends on
It's
the
like a Cocktoberfest miracle.
It
again.
really is. I guess it depends on the weather, right? I have no problem with watching some Green Day. I mean, my brother's not too far from around the way, not too far from our offices.
I was talking to some people last night that might be in the know a little bit. Nothing secret, but they were just like, "Yeah, it's a free concert because of the game," and they throw it a commercial, and that's just the amount of time they need to set up the stage inside. So, their Green Day still, yeah, it was just funny how they were discussing the breakdown of it. It's like concert might be like 5 songs to get just the shot of them playing outside.
Yeah. So
I thought that was pretty good.
what content can we produce to give us to buy us time?
Yep. So that
Well,
works.
I've been there.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I mean, it should be fun. The weather, I think, it's going to ultimately cooperate. But I've seen some of the activities they're doing around town. The NHL seems to be very involved in some of the communities. I see, like we talked about the other day, they're going into Ferguson. They're going to some of the city schools as well. So I give props to them for doing that. And like I said yesterday, you saw Matthew Tkachuk in town, going around town saying hello to his former alma mater. I'm game for this. Like I said, I just don't want St. Louis to do what they traditionally do and go, well, we're normally this, and you guys, did you like us? Did you have fun in our city? Did you think that was cool? Did you see the art? That's good, right? You guys are gonna say nice things about us when you leave, right? As long as we can avoid doing that shit, we'll be fine. Just enjoy yourself, St. Louis. Don't give a shit what the guy from Montreal thinks about emos. Don't give a shit about the guy that's coming in from Atlanta about what he thinks about your traffic.
That's who we are, Travis.
We just got to just break that, man. Somebody, St. Louis, did they like us in New York? Did they like us in L.A.?
What's this voice you're
I
doing?
don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I
This
don't
is
know
kind
where
of
that's
that's
coming
my
from.
That sound like I feel like that's what my inner St. Louis would sound
No, you
like.
do that. With
I mean,
white-
there's a murdered body, but don't look over there. That doesn't normally happen here. We don't do murdered bodies in this city. Why can't they hold the murder off until the end of the All-Star game? There's going to be one ass that's going to do that, right?
so then you want to pretend that we're something that we're not.
No, I'm saying don't pretend something that we're not. If somebody from Atlanta is like, man, I saw a dead body in St. Louis, I want somebody to say, yeah, what of it, asshole? What about it? Don't get all, well, actually, the murders don't normally take place this time of year.
If
And
you really want good things to be said about your city, what you'd say to that person is, yeah, and you better talk nice about us, or else guess who's fucking next?
you don't have to threaten them.
Oh, wow.
Don't have to do that, Chris.
You don't like that
That's just
idea?
rude.
Chris, who you shouting out today?
Oh, boy. I got so many.
Yeah.
The comics on our shows tonight. There's a bunch of funny ones. Come out. We've got Stephen Briggs in from Los Angeles. Stop by. It's going to be a blast. Say hello. And so a shout out to you guys. Great work today.
Aw, how nice. Shout out to Zion Williamson making his NBA debut last night. 19-year-old, holla at your boy.
Oh, boy.
22 points, 18 minutes, 4-4 from three-point land. Kid got 17 straight points in 4 minutes. Pretty badass. Congratulations. He's been out for half the season because of knee injury. He's obviously on a minutes restriction, but he
Load management.
yeah, in many respects, the way that Pat Mahomes is to the NFL and guys like Connor McDavid are to the NHL, Zion Williamson is the future of the NBA. So it's excited to see that career get off to a very cool start.
But his team lost.
His team did lose by 4.
Oh, well.
Ain't worth it.
I don't care.
Okay.
I want to watch him.
That's right.
Who you shouting out?
I shouted out Chuck Hatfield.
Okay, there it is. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow live at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.
Peace.